So if you don't know about the Amazon affiliate program, you are missing out. I've seen figures that are on something like 20% of Amazon's sales revenue is attributable to affiliates. So what's an affiliate? Well, an affiliate is someone that refers a purchase over to a company, in this case Amazon, and Amazon then pays that person or company a commission based on that sale. Now, it's quite small, as low as 2%, maybe as high as 8% or particular bounties. But the beauty of it is so many people shop at Amazon. There's so much trust in Amazon, and their conversion ratios are so high that it makes a lot of sense. In fact, I've met people that make several $100,000, yes, US dollars a year, running affiliate style websites. So given how many people are running affiliate websites, many enterprising developers and entrepreneurs develop plugins to help you promote products on Amazon using their API. And the API does a lot of things. It allows you to keep prices updated, it keeps you in compliance with their rules, and it even allows you to use photos off of the website. Now, there's a lot of different plugins available. The one I chose is a company called AmalinksPro. And so I'm not only going to show you the pros and cons of AmalinksPro, but I'm actually going to show you how I use it on the website as well. So first thing to understand, this is a WordPress plugin. So if you are not using WordPress, this plugin is not going to be very useful for you. And it has to be on a self-hosted WordPress platform. I don't think you can use WordPress.com. I'll have a video at another time, and when I get it done, I'll leave a link below. If you are using something like Blogger, or if you're using something like Weebly or Squarespace, what you might be able to use as kind of a replacement. The plugin has multiple functions, but really people are buying it for two reasons. The first one is what they call the showcase box, which allows you to showcase a particular product in the middle of your blog post. And the second one is a table builder. Now, both these functions allow you to search within the plugin for particular products that you want to promote, right? And it means you don't have to go to Amazon. It just uses the API to go and search for it. It will pull in pictures, it will pull in descriptions, whether it's Prime, etc. In addition to this, one reason I chose this plugin is it's actually Gutenberg ready. So if you're experienced with WordPress, you know that Gutenberg came out with WordPress 5.0 or 3.5 or whatever we're on right now, and it changes the way you use things. Now, I personally use the classic editor still. I use it with my theme, but if you're using Gutenberg, this is compatible, where a lot of them currently are not. Now, before I go into my thoughts on what I think about this plugin, why don't we do a walkthrough and putting it on my website right now, and you can see kind of how it works, where it hiccups at, but realistically, I think it's one of the better plugins on there. So let's go ahead to the computer and we'll check it out. Okay, so here I am in the back end of this website. And obviously the first thing we would need to do is actually go and purchase the plugin. And in this case here, you have three options: the basic, premium, and platinum. And the difference between the premium and platinum is the platinum is a lifetime license versus a yearly on the premium. And the difference between the basic and the premium is the basic doesn't include the table builder. So if you're just starting out, you're not sure if you're gonna use the table, basic will work just fine. So after you've actually bought these, you can go ahead, they will send you a link with your licenses as well as links to the plugins. You can download those to install them. So in this case here, come into plugins and add new, and I've downloaded these already. I'm going to upload the plugin and install it. And I'm going to install the table builder at the same time. And we're going to come into our installed plugins. And we're going to activate this. And I already have my license in here because I had installed it once before. And I'm also going to go ahead and activate the table builder. And again, if I come back into the settings again, and we can now see that they're both activated. You're then going to want to go ahead and put in your Amazon API access key and secret key, your default, as well as your tracking IDs. And you can get all of these within your Amazon affiliate account by coming to Tools and the Product Advertising API. And you can manage your credentials here. Now you're going to need to keep this stuff secret because you don't want people knowing what they are. But when you're ready, you go ahead and put them in here. And then you have options. No follow links, which is what you want to do, and open links in a new window, always a good idea as well. And then finally, you can do this. I don't, but it is an option for you depending on what type of store you're running, is you can have AmalinksPro actually add the product to a visitor's cart, which will give you a 90-day instead of a 1-day window. But I think it all depends on whether your customers will be upset with you if you do that. Localization, you can put in here your one link or Genius code. I haven't done that yet because mainly everything comes from the US, it seems. And if you need to add in like a Google Fonts, you could do that here as well. Now, tables I don't play around with. Tools, the tools will just have some information here that if you have troubleshooting, they're going to ask you to copy and paste it over. But now that we're ready, we can go over and show you how this plugin works. So first of all, I'm going to build a new post, and to save you guys a lot of time and having to watch me, I actually have a post already created. And so in this case here, I'm going to go ahead and add that in, and give me a couple seconds here. Let me add in all my H2 and H1 and all that good stuff to go with it. Okay, so I have all this done here, and what I've done is when I wrote this in the notepad, I put in some spots where I was going to want to put in some links in. So let's start with this first one here, which is we want to put in this Audio Technica AT2035. So I'm just going to do a search for AT2035 and hit enter, and it's going to go out to Amazon and search for this, and it actually brought in exactly what I wanted, which is this microphone plus a boom arm and plus a pop filter. It all comes in one package, which is a great value for people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose this, and it's going to bring me to step 2. Now I can go ahead and view this on Amazon, right? And this is what it comes with. It's actually quite a good value. And this is exactly what I want. But you don't need to go and do that, but it's great that you can. And then we're going to decide what type of link we want. And what's great is the plugin will show you how these particular links work. So if I wanted to do a text link, it will show you that we can add this into the middle of our paragraph we want it to, right? And it will have it all set up. If we want to just do an image like you would normally, you could do that as well. And there's a call to action link, right? Which will also link over. But what most people are going to want to use this for is the showcase link. And what this does is it creates this showcase box in the middle of your post, right? So great call to action. And you can see all these little eyeballs here that allow you to say, I want to show some or all of this. So in this case here, maybe I don't want to show the price, right? Maybe I want to change the picture to that one, right? And maybe no one cares about the polar pattern, but we like what the mic comes with. And you know what? The ratings are pretty good on this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the ratings on this as well. And if you notice here, it shows you, it pulls this in right here, which is part of the staying in compliance with your Amazon affiliate program, is to understand when the last pricing was on this. And the plugin will go out and check on these from time to time, right? So once we are happy there, and what's great is we can go in and change this all we want and make changes to it. The only thing it doesn't allow us to do is to add more. So if there was only 1 or 2, we can't add 3 or 4. So it'd be nice if we could do that. But instead, we're going to come over here to step 3. And it's going to miss a few other things. How wide we want it to be, right? Default 750. You could do it wider or less wide depending on what your theme works with and where we want to align it. I like to align it center, and I'm going to do this for this particular affiliate ID, and it automatically opens up in a new window and appends a no follow tag to it as well, and we can insert the shortcode. And what you're going to see is a lot of gobbledygook, and that's okay. So all we have to do is, if we want to see what this looks like, is hit preview. And this is what it will look like when someone comes to our main post. And if they click on it, it will take them over. And so you can pepper these throughout however you want. So let's say we want to do, this is the Focusrite. So I'm going to come back here, start over again at step 1. And we want the 2i2. Again, doing a showcase. Add it in. It keeps all the options you had last time, but you can change those up and insert shortcode and preview again. There's that. There's the second one. So there's a lot of options of what we can do. Now, the last thing I kind of want to show you here is underneath stabilization, there's multiple tripods. So instead of doing a single box, what I'll do is I'm going to do a table here. And I'm going to do the table right in the middle here. So again, if we come into AmalinksPro, we go back to step 1. Now instead of doing a search, we're going to do a table. And we're going to add a table, and we're going to call this tripods. And that took a little bit longer than it normally does. So we come on here, we want to change this. We want to do no follow. But what we're going to do is we want to actually add in, right? So in this case here, we're going to look for Joby. And here is, we want this one. And if we click this headline, you're going to see it changes to green. And we can add in as many as we want, or and I believe this is the 172-inch. I have this one. You can view the product, but I know that's the one. And then finally, there's a Benro tabletop. Right, which is this one here. Now, let's say I couldn't find this. Let's say I'm having a hard time finding it. I can come over here, and let's say I'm looking for Benro tabletop tripod. And this is exactly the one I want right here. Now, what I can do is, if you see this ASIN number here, if I copy this, and I think it's down here as well. Yes, so here's the ASIN number here as well. So if I copy this, and I come back in, and I just put the ASIN number in and search, and it shows the exact same one, click that, and we're going to insert all of our selections. Right? And so this is kind of what our table will look like. And we can change this to Joby Gorilla Pod for DSLRs and smaller. And we can see it changes things around a little bit. And we can even move these around if we wanted to. And we can actually add in others if we wanted to. So we could add in say warranty if we wanted to. Insert the column. And it's going to go out and search for whether there's a warranty available, or you can hide it on particular, like on a mobile, or we can just delete it as well. And so I like this. So maybe one other thing I need to do here is a smartphone tripod adapter. Here we go. This one's 686. Add that one in. And again, we can go ahead and add these in. I like that. I got everything I need here. I'm going to insert into the classic editor. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. Here, here. And again, this is where the Table Labs is a little bit wonky. Sometimes we have to go in and we want to go. So I'm going to save the table this time to see if that makes a difference. Oops. Got to save this in first. And let's save the table. It's been saved. Let's see if that makes a difference. Insert into the classic editor and let's preview. And there we go. That worked a little bit better. So this is what our table now looks like. And it looks pretty darn good, actually, to be perfectly honest. So let's go ahead and inspect and see what this looks like on Galaxy S5. So that's where it's a little bit weak at. Okay, so we need to come back here. I wanna update this. I don't like it. And what I'm gonna do is hide it here. And I'm going to hide it here. I'll save that again. Insert the classic editor, and let's see what that looks like now. Right, so let's inspect that. There we go. That looks better. That looks much better there. All right. So again, you're going to have to play around with it. So that's on an iPhone. This is what it looks like on an iPad. Right. And if we turn it, it adds in the title as well. And like that, you can go ahead and adjust these photos however you need. Okay, so that is how the plugin works. As you can see, it is not perfect, but then again, no complicated plugin is. There's a few things that I wish it had. First of all, I wish the guys would allow you to put in non-Amazon type links. So whether I wanted to do Walmart.com or whether I want to do share a sale, or let's say I want to promote, ConvertKit, which is what I use, and I want to do a link to ConvertKit on there. It doesn't allow you to do that. You'd have to use a separate plugin. Even if you had to do it manually, as long as they had a button like, okay, you can build it yourself here. Because the showcase box is actually it works really great from people I've talked to. I've noticed, I didn't show you this, but when it came to the visual builder, like I use Divi on my site, it can get a tad bit buggy. Not extremely, but it is a little bit buggy, and I'll probably pop in a note to the guys that they need to take a look at it as well. I wish they had a listing of all the links you've created so that you don't have to go into every single post, one, to make changes, or two, if you wanted to use particular products on multiple posts without having to recreate it every time, it would be nice as well. I'd also like to see, within their table builder, I'd like to see a little bit more flexibility. And when I say flexibility, so maybe instead of having a traditional table, maybe I just want a 3-column table instead of with the products on top and all the description underneath it in three columns, instead of all my products on the rows and the descriptions on the top. It'd be great if we could be able to do something like that. And finally, I wish there was more ways to add in check marks. So if you notice when I was changing to check marks around, if there's multiple ones, you can unclick them and you can add stuff to it. But if you needed, let's say, more of those check marks, I've brought in a few products that only have like 1 check mark and I'd want to have like 3 or 4. There's no way to add it in. Other than that, I like this plugin. I obviously bought this plugin. It was doing a lot of research. These guys are constantly updating it and making changes for it. But if you're running an Amazon affiliate site, this one is a great one for you to go ahead and take a look at. And so I've left a link below. Go ahead and check it out and let me know what you think about it. So that's it. That's all I have for this video. Hopefully you'll find it useful. Go ahead and check out the plugin developer below. And if you have any questions, go ahead and email them. They're usually pretty quick about getting back to you. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.